Thank you, Inche Fuldaus, and a very warm welcome from myself to all of you. I don't need to say any further than what Mr. Fuldaus has welcomed. The question here is, what do all these have in common? You will recognize some things and some you wouldn't, because they are things you would recognize like Fitbit, watches, smartphones, foldable phones today. We also have medical equipment, IoT, devices. We have factory equipment. This is a soil analyzer. We have drones, we have cars, trains, buses, ranging from all industries, like fashion, consumer, retail, communications, healthcare, medical, okay? Wearables. This is the range. What's common? For us, what's common is mobility. Some of these things we carry ourselves. We carry these. Others, they carry us. Still mobile. Okay? Except some of these things, they kind of carry themselves, like autonomous drones, and in Singapore, we've got autonomous buses. But actually, in the future, these will be moving themselves. How do they do that? It's going to be because they are connected, because they are intelligent, they are autonomous. By doing that, they have sensors, they are wireless, lots of memory, they can make decisions themselves. There's what we call artificial intelligence. These are the things that is going to help. The portable ones are wearable, we carry them, they are battery operated, they are power efficient, they need to find a way to use less, they can be used anywhere. We have to think these products, what's fundamental that these capabilities, what drives them, what allows them to happen, okay? They all have chips. Every one of those, some have more than others, to enable them. The sensors, the intelligence, the wireless, they're all chips. Without them, it doesn't work. With them, you don't notice them. What's in your phone? Probably a dozen of these. What's put together? These chips, they have functions that are very unique to themselves, to products, to applications, like sensors. A medical diagnostic one would be able to do heart rate and more advanced things that we've been working on. We'll be able to diagnose cancer in a portable device. Processing units to be able to detect, understand, and be able to give results. You don't just buy them off the shelf without inventing them first. Communications, power, how you manage to make sure you have less power. How do you manage to make sure you have the right amount of power at the right time to drive a train? How do you make the battery last longer for a car, more than 400 kilometers in one charge? So you have to have these kinds of chips to make any of these things happen. And to do that, you need semiconductors. So semiconductors isn't just a nice word or a technology that's sitting somewhere. It enables all of these, without which it doesn't happen. That's where SilTerra comes in. We are only one of those except we are a Malaysian one. We make wafers. We can't do anything else. We don't do packaging. We don't do test. We don't make the products. We don't even do the design of the chips, although we would like to. That's why nobody knows us. But to enable these things in fashion, in wearables, in healthcare, in IoT, in home automation, in autonomous driving and transportation, you need chips. Without chips, nothing happens. Today, we get chips from all around the world. So, the idea of this symposium is to bring this group of people together, which all of you represent in different ways. Mr. Firdaus welcomed all of you in different areas. And what we provide in our technology, these are some of our key core technologies and what we're working on. The core technologies we've been doing for the last 20 years. The new technologies are very advanced. And today I'm very happy that we have some speakers who will talk to you about those, share with you what we have been doing with these companies, and also have you a view of what can happen in the area of mobility. Not just a fab company, it's an enabler, hence enabling tomorrow. So the way we've organized today is to give you a very broad perspective on the technologies for mobility. As we identified earlier, mobility is a very wide space. So we reduce it down to some of the key technologies like wireless. Remember we said without wireless technology, mobility doesn't happen, because you need communication, interconnectivity. We need the intelligence. If you don't have intelligence, it doesn't work. Or at least you need a driver. But if you're looking for autonomous, you need to have some intelligence assessment, you need that. And if we know, without sensors, you can't get the data. IoT is all about sensors. We hear about IoT a lot, but we don't realize this cannot be IoT if there is no sensor, because it's just a switch. It needs to be able to collect temperature. Then it will tell you temperature's too high. Temperature needs a sensor. Movement. Your phone has probably about 20 different sensors in there, because it will need to tell you where you are, whether it's moved, whether there's ambient lighting, whether there's enough power. Okay? So your phone has already got a lot of sensors. We'll be talking about that. We have speakers who's going to be talking about why power management is unique. What is it that SilTerra is doing to work with these people who are making power more efficient. Storage. This afternoon, you'll have speakers talk about what they're doing in the area of storage, what's needed. If it's an autonomous car will need to collect a lot of data. There is a black box in autonomous cars. It probably have more data than a plane. Why? Because as it's moving, it needs to know what's happening around it, collect all the data, whether it detects pedestrians, cats, dogs, bicycles behind it, because if an accident happens, you need the black box to find out what went wrong. Just think what the black box will need to collect. Storage. Battery. We have a speaker here, and I'm very, very honored to have realized that in Malaysia we have even patents on battery technology. I'll let him talk to you about that more this afternoon. Assisted driving. We already have a pilot in place in Malaysia with Myros on doing that. So we want to give you an idea. It's a very wide range from technology all the way to applications. That Malaysia is a happening place. And SilTerra is very proud to be a small part of that.